everyone, it's Anthony Ramos. I'm so excited today to be talking to two of the stars of the amazing series on Hulu called Love, Victor, Michael Cimino and Anna Ortiz. Hello, how are you both?
So
Hi.
good.
First off, I feel like every interview, how are you guys holding up in this current state of quarantine? At least we have good programs like Love, Victor to watch.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. No, yeah, it's been good. Just chilling out with my cats and my dogs, Basically that's it. And protesting and stuff, which is fun.
Good.
Yeah, it's been good here. Just trying to keep my kids from murdering each other, and they've become completely feral at this point. I keep saying that they're turning into Nell, the Jodie Foster.
You're basically doing the same thing that you do on Love, Victor, trying to keep your kids from killing each other.
Just trying.
But anyway, this obviously, for anyone who has been under a rock that doesn't know what Love, Victor is, it's a series on Hulu that is inspired by and, from Love, Simon, the film that came out just a couple of years ago. Michael, for you, I know you are an ally to the community, but obviously it's such an important story, that you're telling with your character. What does it mean for you to be, telling the story about Victor, especially for a young gay man, but also for the Latin cultures as well?
Well, I think that, first off, this is a story that needs to be heard, and I keep saying that, but it's the truth, I think that especially in the social climate that we're in right now, more than ever, we need to have representation for different ethnicities and different social groups, because I think now more than ever, there's prejudice against not only, your sexual orientation, but like your ethnicity, and kind of raising awareness for like the different kind of struggles that people are going through is very important.
Anna, for you, I think you've been a part of, so many projects that have been telling important Latin stories for a long time. For you to be on a series now, speaking about a Latinx family, but also, within Latin cultures exploring sexuality, what does that mean for you?
For me, it's just so important to start this dialogue, and I think like any great movement, it always starts with the young people, right? So I mean, I'm so excited that we're able to maybe give a family, because the show is so sweet, and it's just I think we're able to say, like, if you can't have this conversation with your family, here's a way to start it, right? I mean, and here's a way you can sit down with your family and watch the show together, and maybe that's a way to open that door. It's a really a scary conversation to have, I think, especially in the Latinx community. We're so ingrained with the machismo, and it's still so taboo. And so I think this is just a really great way to open the door, and it's just so important to keep elevating these voices, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Michael, for you, what has the feedback been? Because do you have any, friends or family that are of the community that have seen the project? And because I think it's, with the young people, it's really, really resonating because they feel like we haven't had these kind of, representations before.
Definitely. So my cousin's gay, and like he's like my big brother. Like, we grew up together, and so with that, like it was very important to me to represent a struggle that he went through accurately on screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like no one really like put pressure on me as like an actor to like, do anything, because obviously they hired me, they trusted me to do my job. But like, I put a lot of pressure on myself to really make sure that the struggle that people that are part of the LGBT community go through is represented accurately. And I think that, throughout this whole experience, I've seen a lot of people like, why didn't they, I want this story told through like a Black lens, or like, I want this story told like through like about a lesbian girl. And like, I love seeing that, because that means that there's like a market for this, and networks see that, and then they're going to make more projects like this one. So like, it's exciting to see that there's going to be more people that are represented on the screen in very soon, years to come,
Anna, for you as a mom, playing, being a part of a story that is about, you know, a young person, you know, coming out and finding their identity. What has that been like for you, like to kind of be a part of this as well?
I love it. I was so excited to hear that they were going to do this story and they were going to take it, you know, from the Latinx point of view.
Yes.
And for me, you know, this was a really great opportunity to look at it from the other side. I've been an ally all my, you know, all my aware life, all my woke life, whatever you want to call it. And it's always been sort of second nature to me. Characters that have sort of also been allies. So for me to actually have to play the flip side of that coin has given me even a deeper understanding, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think that's actually really more common than I played a character on Ugly Betty who was, you know, really supportive of her son being gay and really gonna fight anybody who tried to make him feel less than. And so to take that and to go on to the other side of it has been a really interesting experience and really opened my eyes to sort of maybe what that person with that belief might be going through. So it's been really extraordinary. And watching the show with my kids has been a whole new experience for me, and hearing their questions. And they're young, but they still get it, you know, and they so it's just been a blessing on a whole multitude of levels.
I'm so glad to hear that. Michael, for you, I think, you know, the fandom around the books, obviously, and then the film, so there's so many people that feel very passionate about it. What has it been like to see, or what have some of the fans said to you on social media, or, you know, what are the, you know, because I imagine they get so excited with the whole, you know, universe of Love Victor, Love Simon.
Yeah, no, honestly, like the coolest thing is like I was getting my own, like, you know how like Love Simon wrote his notes and like Victor wrote his note that said like Love Victor. I was getting a whole bunch of notes like that from like hundreds, thousands of people just being like, this is my story, love X, you know what I'm saying? And like that was really sick, you know, like, and I obviously you can't respond to like everyone, but like it's like it's amazing to see like how much this story has really affected people and like how much it's like changed their point of view, and it gives them strength to like come out, you know. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I still think back the first time I saw Love Simon, and I'm, you know, a little older than you, but I was like, I never even, you know, when I was like 30 years old or something when that came out, I was like, I've never seen this story in a movie before, and like on the big screen, and so it's been so great. Anna, for you, you've been a part of so many amazing, like you said, Ugly Betty, obviously Devious Maids, the list goes on. I think what made Love Simon so special was kind of that chemistry that everyone had with each other, and I think you guys all have it too. What has it been like to work with, you know, such a cast? And, you know, it's a deeply, you know, serious stories, but there's a lot of fun to it as well.
There's so much fun, but I think that it has to be that, doesn't it, right? I mean, and I think it's interesting, when we all first met one another, it was at this photo shoot where we just had to take photos together so that we could fill the house with family photos, right? So it was like in front of a green screen and us like camping and it was the first time we all sort of got together, and it was instant. I mean, it was just an immediate connection. And I don't know, I think because we all are Latinx, there is that sort of secondhand language that we all kind of really understood each other, James, Mateo, Bella, Michael, and I. But there was also a sense that like, and I had this on Betty, and I don't have this very often, but it was this sense of like, there's something kind of extraordinary and unique happening here. And with Michael sort of leading the charge with his joy and he is just a heart with feet. I mean, he is literally giant heart, love, and he was so focused, and he was able to infuse all that focus and hard work with this innate sense of love and joy. And I think we all sort of just fell into that. And for someone so young like Michael, someone so young, to be that willing and open and ready, and I think we just became that family. And you're right, chemistry is so important, and there was never a moment on set where I didn't feel like we were a family, whether we were at craft service, whether we were eating lunch, or whether we were, you know, sitting around listening to music and telling each other our life stories. It was so natural. It was so natural. And I think, you know, it's really due to sort of Michael's just complete head first, I'm in, we're doing this, you know, and it really just we all fed off of that.
I love that.
I'm blushing right now. I don't know.
Before we wrap up, the number one question that all the fans want to know: season 2, what do we think? I mean, come on.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, I don't know what the holdup is. It seems like a no-brainer to me. Everybody's crazy about the show. We're speaking to issues that are really, you know, current. The show is, there's something for everyone on this show. And if there is a season 2, it's going to get even, you know, deeper. And you know, I think because we've switched over to Hulu, I think there's a lot, you know, Disney's incredible. I love Disney Plus, but at Hulu, we have a lot more sort of leeway to really delve into something and really get into it. You know what I mean?
Real stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm hoping and praying. The fans have been incredible. So I'm hoping we hear soon.
I know. Fingers crossed. I mean, we've got to have it.
Yeah. I know. It's like, I don't know. I think like right now, obviously with like COVID and everything going on, it's definitely like an interesting time. But like, I would really like to see like a season 2 where we dive deeper into like the experience of Victor and like dive deeper into this experience that like a lot of people I feel like have, but like it's not represented as often as like it's not represented often on the screen, you know, where it's like,
and like, what's the next step for Victor, right? We saw him come out, but we have no idea what the fallout from that is.
Definitely. And I feel like the ending of the show was so monumental because it was like, this is the transition where like he's done hiding who he is. And that's why it ended on that note exactly, because it's like, this is the start of something, of where Victor is like finally who he actually is. So now we just started the story.
And hopefully season 2 is going to get a lot gayer.
I love that. That's the soundbite right there. We are here for it. Michael, Anna, it has been a pleasure to talk to both of you. Just a reminder out there, everyone, Love Victor is available to stream, binge, do it all. All the episodes are available right now on Hulu. So, and fingers crossed for season 2.
Fingers crossed.